Will it hold?
I cut the handle off, welded a plate over the stump. The only way that door's open is from inside.
And we're safe. For now.
I would not be so certain, mein good dude bro. For nature has always been a delicate balance between hunter and hunted.
What do you mean, Professor?
Evolution! The zombie is a predator, and we are his prey. He may yet adapt, may find some way to overcome our defenses. He will find a way to exploit our weakness.
But they're just mindless, gibbering automatons.
Yeah, it's not like we're dumb enough to go out there ourselves.
And I am sure that the minnow feels that it is smarter than the anglerfish. But when the lure dangles...
They're up to something.
It looks like they're writing something?
What's it say?
Your dissertation is poorly sourced. What? Hey, how dare you!
Oh, God, they got him!
Remember what the professor said. Now they're gonna try to lure us out. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, we stay inside.
They're writing another one.
What's it say?
Cowards? Like that's gonna work. I'm not coming out!
We're all scared.
I'm not. If they weren't zombies, I'd beat their ass. You want some of this, you dead-ass punk? Let's go!
Don't be an idiot. You're giving them just what they want.
You can't let them get to you.
Just ignore them.
I'm good. I'm good. Freaking zombies, man. They almost got me. Say that to my face, dead boy! Rigor mortis heaven ass great bitch!
Hey kids, who's ready for story time? I said, who's ready for story time?
I want to play Smash!
And I want to get unbanned from the zoo, but you don't hear me bitching. All right, I hope you kids like your stories old school, because it doesn't get older school than this. Greek mythology. Hey, what do you want? It's public domain and we don't have E&O insurance. Plus, this is the unsanitized stuff. Dudes getting eaten by their dogs, swans banging nymphs, godballs getting chopped off and chucked into the sea, crazy shit. Uh-huh. I thought that would put a little spark in your butts. Now, let's get you kids off set before production owes you a meal, because we are already over budget. Today, the story of Cassandra, an expert in her field whose warnings went unheeded by men in power. It's really encouraging just how far society has progressed.
Cassandra was a beautiful princess, the daughter of the king of Troy. So smashable was she that Apollo, god of the sun, fell madly in lust with her.
Damn, girl, that dress is becoming on you, 'cause I can see myself in those pants. Shit, wait, let me try that again.
If thou would hit this, noble Apollo, it shall cost thee the gift of prophecy.
Done. Now let's get naked.
Oh, I'm having my first vision already. It's of me changing my mind.
Apollo could not take back the gift of prophecy.
Why?
Narrative convenience. So he cursed Cassandra so that no one would believe anything she said. No matter how obvious.
Hey, where's the bathroom?
Jesus, it's like you've never ridden in
Can we not be serious and not build bathroom?
Quiet, Miss Patroclus. Shut up.
I got a wicked piss.
Come on, guys. Get it together.
You do know that horse is lousy with Greeks, right?
I don't see it.
It has stairs. Why would it need stairs?
Oh, Cassandra. Oh, shut your whore mouth.
How did this happen? If only someone had warned us.
I did! You plank-on-eating cretins!
I remember it differently. And shut your whore mouth.
Cassandra was captured by King Agamemnon and taken back to Greece, where she would serve as his concubine.
What's a concubine?
A maid who only polishes one thing.
Cassandra foresaw that the king's wife, Clytemnestra, was planning to murder them. Did he heed her warning?
Your wife is going to kill us. She's going to kill us both.
Somehow, I reflexively, nay, instinctively, believe the opposite. Also, shut your whore mouth. Oh, I need that.
I like you. We're friends. Can we be friends? Please. I like your hair. Oh, the irony. Oh, it burns. Oh, but not as much as the fire. Oh, what did I ever do to deserve it? Oh, right. Lying to Apollo.
So, children, what would you say is the moral of the story?
Don't belch on sex with a god.
I was gonna say men will assume you're lying anyway, so you might as well lean into it. Oh, but that works too!
Well, that wasn't entirely awful.
We lost half our audience.
That's actually not a bad retention rate.
For a plague. What? You said you wanted to talk.
Okay, do what you can to fix this, and I'll go see if we can save the episode.
Yeah, I'm cutting all this. Boom Shadow.
Matt! My test came back negative. Can I be in the pilot now?
Who are you?
It's Brian.
Brian!
Yeah.
No!
That's fair. Who's that?
No fucking idea.
Here it's going well.
We're hemorrhaging audience.
Yeah, they have waited long enough. Let's hit them with the crucifix. They're ready for it.
We're not. We're never doing that sketch.
Yeah, you say that now.
No, dude, I say that every time and with good cause. We are never doing the crucifix. You want to get us firebombed? Related. Where is the bathroom? There's plenty of other material we can do that's not going to elicit a lot of misspelled death threats, all right? How about the cooking show?
Oh, yeah, that one sucks.
Well, okay, fine. What about the cultists? That's on the upper end of mediocre.
Super highbrow. You lack vision.
Funding. I lack funding.
The crucifix will happen. I'm thinking towards the end of the season, somewhere near the end of the last episode. Maybe a post-credit scene.
Like the Avengers.
Yeah. Ethan.
I'm not.
You are.
Your master commands you.
Yes, Dark Lord?
I have chosen you.
Yes. What is your bidding, my Dark Master?
I command you to go to the closet and bring me a roll of toilet paper.
Is that all?
Double ply.
Are you sure you don't want me to slit the throat of some righteous paragon or set fire to a place of worship?
Great ideas, keep thinking like that, but no. Just the toilet paper.
Are you sure you don't want any vengeance or...
Vengeance can wait, this is time sensitive.
That's fine. Cool, yeah.
Chop, chop. Speak, minion.
I'm at the closet, Dark Lord, but it appears we are out of toilet paper.
Are you actually shitting me right now?
I'm afraid not, vile tyrant.
Shit. Okay. Dennis, I compel you. Enter the Chamber of Darkness. Obtain the keys to the Doom Coaster.
Is that the Honda?
Yes. The hell is that guy?
Forgive me, Bleak Sovereign.
Hey there, Dark Lord. This is Nancy.
Hey, Dark Lord.
Nancy, I was not expecting. How are you?
Were you talking to Dennis just now?
Well, you see,
I was chosen.
Shut up.
For an unholy task.
Shut up, Dennis.
An unholy task.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say unholy. A little impious, sure, but not unholy, no.
During off hours.
Well, you see, he couldn't sleep. And so we got to talking. And I asked him,
For a favor.
Nothing wrong with that. I can talk to my friends. So yes, I asked my friend for a favor.
Did you ask him or did you compel him?
I mean...
Because I'm seeing the blood of compulsion on his face.
I was chosen.
Okay, look, I'm at level with you right now. It's kind of embarrassing, but I'm actually trapped in the bathroom.
This is occultist downtime, and you know very well that you cannot do any compulsions without a 12-hour turnaround.
You don't...
Or you owe
Nancy,
overtime with a minimum of 6 hours commitment.
You know what? Screw it. I don't even care.
The bylaws are very clear about this. Honey,
Yeah, babe?
do you have your rep's number?
Of course.
No, it's cool. I'll just use my unholy shroud of evil or something. It doesn't matter. Fine, whatever. Thank you, Dennis. Darkness enfold you. I'll see you in the morning.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye, bitch.
Hey, Matt, I'm gonna do a wipe out of that last scene.
No wipes, just hard cuts, like we talked about.
Okay, I'm fixing it now.
I can see what you're doing. I have coverage. Video Village is right here.
Hey, I got that scene for you.
Oh, thank you. What's with the...
Just read.
Interior, pirate tavern, day, a room full of dirty, drunken pirates. Anne Bonny.
An actual historical figure.
Very nice. A stunningly attractive lady pirate, gorgeous and sexy, yet radiating an easy, disarming confidence.
Thank you.
You wrote this. She turns to camera.
Ahoy, mateys! I be Anne Bonny, captain of the Revenge. It's a rowdy life we pirates lead, but one can get mighty lonesome on those long ocean voyages.
Where is this going?
Off's the night I lie awake, wishing my swash could get a good buckling.
It's a sex thing.
When I invite a mate in to plunder me booty, the last thing I want is a stowaway left in me hold.
Pregnant.
Shut up!
That's why I use this.
She holds up a box.
Artho Tricyclic, the birth control iPad.
Jesus.
All the protection of an oral contraceptive without being press-ganged by the pill-by-day schedule.
Angle on Anne, who is now wearing a beige iPad. Oh, you're actually wearing it.
Skull and bone, all ye like. The birth control eye patch will keep ye harbor free of all the spermaids. And I can actually change the spermaids line if you like.
Please do.
And a little jingle and a dance and we're out. Well,
It's great.
really?
Yeah. It's clever, totally fits the tone, and we can't do it.
Why not?
It's completely over scope. Pirate costumes, a dozen extras, a friggin' tavern, abs. How am I supposed to afford that?
That sounds like a producer's problem to me.
Maybe if we get the full season. How about the married couple sketch?
The blasphemous one?
You mean the crucifix?
Stop setting that up! Why do you have the boom? You are not allowed to touch that!
Maggie gave it to me.
Maggie, did you give him the boom?
Allegedly.
And what?
Great idea, Andy.
Adam. I am the Lord thy God. I have put you in the Garden of Eden to care for it and my creation. You are free to eat from any tree in the garden. But you must not eat from the tree of wisdom, for it is forbidden. Yes?
May I eat from the tree of wisdom?
No, Adam. You may not eat from the tree of wisdom, for it is forbidden. Yes?
Adam. Now, how about the tree of wisdom? Can I eat from that?
No, Adam. You may not eat the forbidden fruit from the tree of wisdom. That is the one thing you may not do. You may eat from any other tree in the garden.
Sure could go for some forbidden apple right about now.
The forbidden fruit is forbidden. That's why it's called the forbidden fruit.
So I can't eat from the tree of wisdom.
It is so.
All right, but okay, let's just say that I'm walking along and I see an apple and it's fallen out of the tree.
Still forbidden. The fruit does not lose its forbidden properties because it fell off the tree.
All right, but let's just say that I'm standing under the tree of wisdom and I'm looking up at the sky and my mouth is open, doesn't matter why, and an apple just happens to fall down.
It is not right for man to be alone. Eve. Eve. I am the Lord thy God. I have put you and Adam in the Garden of Eden to care for it and my creation.
Ow.
You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of wisdom, for it is forbidden.
I understand, Lord.
Okay, so let's say that I am climbing the tree of wisdom.
You're doing what now?
Yeah, to get a better view of the idyllic majesty that I am tending for you. Oh, hey, I'm Adam.
I gathered.
Oh, cool, I'll hunt. So, I'm up in the branches, right? Like, up to my balls.
You may not accidentally eat the forbidden fruit.
He said we weren't supposed to do that.
Did he, though?
It was like the one thing.
Okay, so I'm tending the garden, right? Tending it up to my balls when one of the animals, I don't know which one, say the snake, hands me an apple from the tree of wisdom.
The snake.
Yeah.
The limbless animal physically incapable of lifting.
That's the one.
Yes.
Eve.
I know!
You pissed him off.
Look, I wasn't gonna say anything, but he's a little, you know.
Yeah.
He was my first, and I didn't really know what I was doing.
Why does he get the penis?
You know what? That's on me. I'll own that one. Totally whiffed there.
Okay, God. I've got another great idea.
Another one?
Yeah. Let's say I'm throwing rocks again, doesn't matter why, and I just happen to wing one right towards the tree of knowledge.
You may not eat the forbidden fruit under any circumstances.
We went over this like day 1.
Day 6.
I'm sorry, what?
Day 6. It's the 6th day.
You've had 5 days to fix that?
Hey!
Jeez. Yes? Never mind. Just go back to your wood shop.
The penis?
To be fair, we're still in fabrication. We just deboned a naked mole rat and glued it down there for now. Eve! What the fuck, Eve? What the actual antediluvian fuck?
Come on, what do you want from me, blood?
Yes! Every month, Eve! Every month!
Wait, what?
You earned it.
Busted.
Adam version, let's see, 17. Good grief. I am the Lord thy God.
What are all these bodies?
Ignore those. I have put you in the Garden of Eden.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm putting that apple in my face.